Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What do I have here? Well, I have a preparation of an invasion. It seems like the Russians will have a new counteroffensive starting in the north of Ukraine. I made a video, scratch that heroin infested nose. Just kidding, another joke. I'm I made a video on the 8th, Elvis Presley's date of birth. Right there. New Russian invasion from the north with 19,000 troops across Chernihiv, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So that was a video that I made where the Ukrainians claim that the Russians have about 19,000 workers, I was about to say fighters over there, and they are ready to attack from there, maybe. So now I have an article from, hey, what am I doing? And now I have an article again from the Ukrainians who again come and say, it's going to be an invasion. So the Russians, since the other guys did not do much with their counteroffensive, are preparing to attack from the north. So that means a new front. What the hell? Let me show you. Ukrainska Pravda, January 11, January 1st, Jesus Christ. January 11, 2024, today, Thursday. Russian forces prepared to attack from northern direction. So, let's get to a little map here. And let me get my melon out of that map. All right, once it's gonna work. And here we go. So, they're talking about Chernihiv right here, Sumy, and maybe Kharkiv. The Russians are trying to create a buffer zone, they said, in Belgorod, or at least in front of Belgorod here, if they can, about 8 miles, about 15 kilometers, so Belgorod cannot be hit again. Well, the problem is, what if the Ukrainians receive long-range missiles or drones? It's the same thing. Well, I think we're going to read that article, but I just wanted to show you where it is on the map. So let's go back to the article and start reading and see what the Ukrainians are saying, because they wouldn't lie to us. Oleksandr Syrsky, commander of the Ukrainian ground forces, warns that preparations are underway to resume the Russian offensive operations on the Sivershchnya front. According to Syrsky, the Russian forces are relocating the Storm Z units, penal units of the Russian military. Well, if you lose to those guys, what makes you? Weak. And carrying out the formation of assault companies for this reason. The commander also said that the operational situation in the east remains difficult. The Russians continue their offensive operations on the Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut fronts. So Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut. This is right here. So Kupiansk is right here. Liman is right here. Krasny Liman, where this thing is, or about, how do you call it? Encircle the Ukrainians here, and we have Bakhmut right here, Artemovsk. So we're talking about this area right here. So Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk. In particular, the Russians do not abandon attempts to oust Ukrainian troops from the Kupiansk forest and capture Sinkivka with the aim of blocking Kupiansk. We're talking about this right here. Sinkovka, they call it, the Russian Sinkovka. Let's see what they say. Sinkovka. Battle Group Zapad successfully repelled 4 counterattacks by Ukrainian assault units of the 32nd Mechanized Brigade with air and artillery strikes. So they're talking about this, and this is Kupiansk here. On the Liman front, the Russians are carrying out offensive operations in order to oust the Ukrainian troops beyond Ruputsup. I'm not going to go over this because I already did it earlier today, and how do you call it, an update. I made a video with the update on the front, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just looking right here. They talk about Bakhmut, these three Bakhmut, Kupiansk, and Liman. I'm surprised they don't talk about how do you call it, Avdivka and Marinka. And don't tell me they call this thing the north, from northern direction. I don't think that's northern direction though. And I'm going to do it. Look over the map. Northern direction, that's east of Ukraine. Now, are they calling that northern direction of the front? Could be, but right here they talked about these three here: Kupiansk, Liman, and Bakhmut. So they are talking about this is the northern of the front, the where they have contact, right here, contact line. But the north is this right here. And if you go by here, you got Belarus right here. But I would link this northern direction. I would link it, prepared to attack, with this right here, which is right here. Again, new Russian invasion from the north with 19,000 troops across Chernihiv and Sumy Oblast. And I put that together with Ukrainians claiming that the Russians reporting the Russians want to create that buffer zone. So Belgorod is not going to be affected anymore, which again, they was very, very revealing. These guys say, no, we don't attack civilians. But then why are you guys, how should I put it, claiming that these guys are going to try to create a buffer zone over there for Belgorod? Nevertheless, I think the Russians are keeping those 19,000 troops in the Chernihiv and Sumy Oblast and in Kharkivka, Belgorod area, not to scare, but to keep the Ukrainians busy over there. And I'm waiting for the Russians at least to conduct some attempts of an invasion over there. These guys, again, prepare attack. And they're afraid of a counteroffensive. The counteroffensive is undergoing, or at least they have the initiative. I looked over an article earlier, and it was Zelensky claiming that he doesn't want to allow the Russians time to prepare a counteroffensive. I think the counteroffensive is already ongoing. All they need to do is just, fight back as much as they can. So here it is, my friends. I still, even though they talked about those three areas, Kupiansk, Liman, and Bakhmut, I don't think that is what these guys are going to do, which is the Russians. They also already claim, as I said, they want to create a buffer zone. And let's see if you can do it, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.